Ask Reddit, what is something that's free online that more people should take advantage of? Gutenberg offers free ebooks that are in the public domain. Gutenberg offers free ebooks that are in the public domain. I've been mirroring and contributing to Project Gutenberg for the better part of 25 years, currently sits at 1 TB in size on my NAS, on nearly every mobile device and mobile device community for just as long, starting with converting ebooks for Palm OS before those devices were networked, and growing from there. To say I support this project is a bit of an understatement. Digital libraries. Many libraries offer free access to ebooks, audiobooks, and other digital resources. This is a great way to save money on books and magazines. You can use your library card for various websites for audiobooks, video streaming, etc. Canopy is an example for videos. Your library needs to have a subscription, mine does. Similar to this, public archives. Sure, the knowledge they hoard is more niche, but if you've ever wanted to find out something about the history of your city, the story of your family or a building or whatever, your local archive is happy to serve you. Radio Garden is a global map of active radio stations. You can rotate the globe anywhere and listen in. Want to know what's on the radio in Morocco right now? You can find out here. Radio is a similar website. It's a world map that allows you to both click on individual countries and also go back to different decades to see what was popular there at the time. Music lessons. I know it's not a perfect substitute for a teacher to show you things hands-on, but there's loads of lessons uploaded for free by heroes who don't wear capes. Do you know of any specific or specialist sources? I seriously want to learn piano, but I simply don't have the budget for a teacher. I do, however, have the time, and feel like despite the cons of not having a teacher, no one to correct things like posture for a start, I should at least make a start. I bought a piano years ago during lockdown, but never took the time to do anything with it. I have also looked up resources but found myself overwhelmed by choice. I'd say check out the Hoffman Academy video series, seems like a solid course. The biggest hurdle for online lessons is the one you mentioned, having too many lessons and jumping from one to the next without making time to turn the concepts learned into practical music-making techniques. My advice is learn in small bites and experiment with it for a bit so it becomes second nature. There's lots of theoretical jargon in music that serves its purpose, but you'll never get it all on the first shot. Similar to a child learning to run, you have to crawl first, then walk, and eventually run. Instruments take time. The ultimate goal is to be able to play whatever is in your head. Before that point, you'll learn to give names to certain sounds to make them easy to remember. A lot of different niche to learn. Nowadays, being online gives you more opportunity to learn and enjoy. And more skills can be obtained learning online. Cooking, arts, music, name it. You can learn almost everything you needed to know. Yeah, I have nothing beyond a HS degree, but I just designed a circuit board and had it printed. All based off stuff I learned on the internet. So much information about electronics, microcontrollers, hobby electronics, etc. online. Wikipedia. Sure, it's not perfect, but Wikipedia will nearly always tell you a more accurate version of the facts than whatever you've just read on Twitter. Legitimately, one of humanity's greatest achievements, IMO. Seriously, it's a constantly updated, up-to-date encyclopedia on steroids in your pocket. For free. I always donate a tiny bit once in a while, because imagine how much we'd all be spending on encyclopedias and shit every year, lol. But there's always room for human error. They've had their mishaps. QR code and NFC tag generators, your friends or guest, always asking what your Wi-Fi password is. Point to the QR code they can scan and be connected without you even having to let them know your password. Want to know when your washing machine is done? NFC tag timer connected to your phone. So much you can do, and lots of YouTube videos on how to set up things like this to make life so much more easy. And while everyone who comes and sees mine or gets so impressed it seems none else is using them, Point to the QR code they can scan, and be connected without you even having to let them know your password. Just FYI, that QR code has your password encoded in it in plain text. They can just check their Wi-Fi connections on their phone later and see your password. Also, make sure you don't have any Wi-Fi QR codes clearly visible through your windows. A bit niche, but probably RetroArch. It can emulate a shit ton of consoles, and yet nobody ever really thinks to use it. Not Wii U though, that would be too generous. Is it worth using RetroArch over other dedicated emulators such as Citra? It's a nice front end. There's usually different cores to choose from to emulate each console. I'd be surprised if Citra wasn't supported, but I'm using it for 16-bit and lower, so no personal experience. I guess I'm just wondering why I should switch to this if I already emulate using other programs already. Is it easier, faster, more stable, better supported, etc., compared to something dedicated to a specific console? No, there's no need if you already have your standalone emulators. The cores are just those emulators anyway, but they're wrapped up in a more uniform front end that lets you install or uninstall cores easily. Personally, I prefer my standalones, but there's also no harm in sticking with RetroArch or OpenEMU for Mac if it works for you either. The App2 website has a live stream of over 50 American TV channels in 720 type for free. If you ever need cable to watch something or you live outside America and wanna participate on those live weekly TV discussion posts on Reddit, this is the way. You can become a proper programmer/game developer entirely through free courses online. I've seen it happen multiple times with my own eyes. You can even complete Harvard's actual computer science classes online for free. Freaking Google. So many questions on Reddit that would result in the answer if only it was typed into the search bar. Maybe it's just me, but Google is getting worse and worse. It's great if your answer is on the front page, but if it isn't and you try to reword the query, you'll still keep getting the exact same results thanks to paid ads and corporate sites being SEO'd out the wahoo. I miss the days when a Google search delivered you directly to the random WordPress blog that had the best answer for the question. And don't get me started on trying to shop for things without using Amazon. Porn. Why the hell do you pay in OnlyFans when you have free porn everywhere? Supporting independence or paying for porn benefits all those involved, as opposed to the relatively horrible mainstream industry. If you're in the US, check your state's unclaimed property website. State laws require that any money owed to you is escheated to the state after a certain amount of time. Oftentimes that means an insurance rebate, money left in a closed bank account, final paycheck, etc., doesn't make it to you for some reason, and the money goes to the state for safekeeping. Also, check any state you've ever lived in. I haven't found much for myself, but I've found amounts ranging from $50 and to over $100 and for friends and family. One thing that's free online and more people should use is online learning platforms like Khan Academy, Coursera, and Duolingo. They offer free courses on a variety of subjects, helping people learn new skills and improve their knowledge without spending any money. Online workouts. You can go on YouTube to look at free workouts with instructors who show you how to do HI movement correctly, and HMAU can do your exercise at home. YouTube University. Learn physics, chemistry, automotive maintenance, how to perfectly soft boil an egg, how to tie a Windsor, how to make your own flying car, how to 3D print your own heart out of your own stem cells harvested from bone marrow. I've gone too far. Oh, look, cat videos, dash cam crashes, music videos. Okay, we are ready. Cooking recipes from the Titanic, how to DIY electroplating magnetic levitating gears, Hall effect thrusters in atmosphere, how to speak French, boating laws, hunting laws, YouTube movies. Oops, wrong, turn back to learning, how to do your own plumbing, how to flip a house, how to design a rainwater static accumulator that can run low power LED lights, Lo-fi beats, binaural beats, Functional light speed versus actual light speed, software design, 3D printing, cyberdecks, DIY railguns, Fresnel lenses used to cast iron, stupid criminals damn fell off again, true crimes no gotta learn stuff, how to fly a quadcopter in VR, how to program Android to run Windows, how to harvest renewable energy off-grid, how to. That was just this last month. Definitely do the University of YouTube. I know I left out 90% of the content. It runs in the background of my life whenever I have a significantly strong signal. Wikipedia is alright. US patents are fun to look up also, especially the old ones that aren't valid any longer. Robert Murray Smith has a few YouTube channels. Very cool old tech. Explore.org webcams. Live action of wildlife around the world, everything from polar bears to hummingbirds to beluga whales. Also lots of cat and dog sanctuaries you can just watch pets you don't own all day. Earthcam to just sit and live, watch the view in loads of cities, beaches and tourist spots. What's the most useful website you've found? Feel free to share in the comments below. Please consider subscribing and liking for more daily videos.